What's going on, everybody? Ercan with Suds to Success podcast, back again with another quick tip video. Today's quick tip video is on engine bay detailing. The keyboard warriors, get ready to go. Engine bay detailing is very, very controversial. There's a lot of people who do it. There's a lot of people who don't. I don't do them. I'm on that side. But the only reason is I used to do them all the time. Just people were too picky with it, to be honest with you. Realistically, it's an engine bay. Doesn't have to be perfect. If it's a show car, that's a different story. Take your little bit more time, but it's an engine bay. The main purpose why people like a clean engine is so they can spot leaks. You know, people who really care about their car, they can spot leaks early on. Just kind of keep it clean. People say it runs better, which, I mean, I don't know where they got that from, but it might have had horsepower. But a lot of people are worried, can I get the engine bay wet? The engine bay is designed to get wet. If it wasn't able to, it would not run after you drive to the first rainstorm. If you're on the highway going full speed, all the water is getting through here, going through the fans and blasted everywhere. Alternators right here. I've seen plenty of cars where they have a hood scoop and there's obviously an opening and there's the alternator sitting right underneath. It's completely fine. There's never issues. The only time you really got to worry is if this car has been mechanically like rebuilt, things have gone wrong and, it's been through like 8 different mechanics that are all half jobbers. That's the only time I'd really worry about it. And that's the only reason I don't do it. I don't need to be a service history guy. I don't need to know where your car went. I don't care. Bring it in. We'll detail the rest of the car and call it a day. The only thing that I have on this car, my Jeep, is this fresh air intake. The only reason I've covered it is just I don't want to get too much water in there. It could handle water. It's just with a hose, you're obviously putting out a lot more water. So I just kind of covered it up. It's not fully sealed off. To be honest with you, my tape jobs are not that good, but you kind of minimize the amount of water that gets in there. So the only things that I use is a IK sprayer with all clean diluted 15:1. I've got a hose and I've got a soft green brush, like the body brush, and a detail brush. Those are the only things I use. I also use compressed air just to kind of get all the initial dust off. Kind of gives it a cleaner approach. And then, yeah, so let's get right into it. Oh, before we switch to doing the engine bay detail, make sure the engine is cool or cooled off, kind of warm, but like the cooler the better. You don't want to do this when it's very, very hot. Things are going to dry. It's going to be a nightmare. So just quick disclaimer. So before I get started, all I'm going to do is take my Tornador from a distance and kind of just blast off all the loose dust. Okay, that's more than good. There's a lot of pollen in our area, so it's kind of what we're blasting off. So what we're going to do, the IK, like I said, the IK foamer has all clean diluted 15:1. Obviously, if you install PPF, if you're doing the hood, under here has to be clean. All this dirt, if I was doing the hood and I have to do the fender after, there's going to be so much dirt just constantly flying out. So that's why that's the only time we really focus on the edges and open up the engine bay during a wash. Other than that, we don't do a full detail on the engine bay. Okay, so everything's covered. I'm going to give it some dwell time, kind of let it do its thing, let the all clean break down all this dirt and all this. There's not much grease, but whatever there is in this engine bay. And, I missed a spot. So we got that spot as well. But we're just going to kind of let it do its thing, let it break down. As you can see, it's already starting to pull a lot of the dirt off. Again, you could do the foam method. I don't really take that approach. I've got water in that bucket. It's good enough, and then I'll just rinse it off. So we're going to let it sit for a minute, and then I'll kind of bring you in a little bit closer with all the brushing. Okay, so just like as if you were washing a car, we're just going to start from top to bottom. So I'm going to go all over here. There's even some bug guts in here, which Stellantis cars, I guess. You could brush this. Okay, I'm pretty happy with all the brushing. So all we're gonna do now is I have the hose on a shower or the shower setting. All we're gonna do is just kind of rinse it off. There you go. So it is rinsed off. It's clean. You might see a little bit of smoke here. I didn't let it cool off 100%, but that's just me. It's my car. It is what it is. So what we're going to do now is grab our leaf blower and we're just kind of get rid of all the still water, kind of dry it off, help it dry a little bit quicker. Alrighty, so we've got rid of all the still water. Looks pretty good, honestly, for not doing it for a while. All of these look good. All the plastics look nice and clean. All these plastics, all kind of these container the reservoirs. Underneath the hood looks really good. All here, even the intake. I honestly never usually get these pretty clean, but looks like I guess I got to record myself doing a lot more things. So they're still dripping water. You could do two things now. If you're using a power washer and you really want to, you could add some protectant on it, you know, like some quick beads or, you know, kind of a spray sealant. You could do that. I don't really care for the engine base, so I'm not really going to show you how to do that. Sure, you can figure it out. DIY has a lot of videos and a lot of people have videos on that. What you could do now is you could also spray a dressing. So if you really wanted to, while it's kind of, you know, not 100%, but you can get a water-based dressing, spray the heck out of this, let it kind of sit and levels itself off. You could do that. This, pretty good for me. All I'm going to do is grab a dirty towel and just kind of soak up any of the last moisture spots. Now, things that you cover, you can just go back with the towel and kind of just wipe them off real quick. It's not the end of the world. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then everybody's like, oh, does it even turn on? You have to wait. You have to do this and that. I'll show you as soon as I'm done drying this that this sucker is going to start up. Hopefully. I was just joking. But we're just going to get rid of all this moisture. I just want to get some nice photos for you guys and some nice content. So we're going to give it a nice little clean. Oh, I missed over here. Alrighty, everybody. That is how clean the engine bay turned out. Really nice. All the plastic, the hoses, and everything is clean. We don't need to get any more in depth, in my opinion, but underneath the hood, clean as well. So for me, that's good enough. I don't need to add dressing. The plastics are not worn down yet, so I don't need to add dressing. But that's it. All right, so moment of truth. It's still kind of dripping off water. That's fine. It is what it is. We're gonna kick this sucker on. So it's still working. There's no dash lights. There's nothing going on. Nothing funny. No weird startup noises. And there you have it, everybody. That is how you detail an engine bay. Looks very clean. Customer's gonna love it, or you're gonna love it if you're doing it yourself. Oh, it's hot in here. I got to get this AC back on. It's very, very humid and hot outside. So, as always, everybody, if you think I just ruined this engine bay, leave it in the comments down below. If this helped you out in any way, please like it, subscribe, and comment down below. What would you like to see in our next quick tip video? And as always, everybody, take care.